Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it's me, just going through like an early midlife crisis. So if you see me in a bunch of different wigs for like who knows how long, just know I'm okay, kind of. It's a thing I'm going through right now. I don't know if it's a phase or a cry for help. So I have wanted to make this video ever since literally the very beginning of my fucking channel, and I just really don't know how I'm gonna go about it. It's like multiple videos I want to make, but they're all David Bowie related. Who would have guessed? What I want to do is something that no person on earth, for whatever reason, has done before. Make a real, genuine list of the best Bowie albums and songs. The songs will be a more complicated video because I do want to put in what I can, but I know that with copyright shit, it's hard to do, and I need to know like the technical rules. And I've already had like 6 copyright strikes on my channel because I just haven't given a fuck. But I'm trying to give a fuck because I'm pretty sure that YouTube is punishing me for it. So I'm gonna try to be a good girl and do what I'm supposed to do. Follow the rules. I don't know about you guys, but when you're really into an artist and you hear any kind of media outlet or even like a mainstream kind of YouTube channel, which I don't know if that's technically a thing, but just like one of the more popular ones that make like top whatever list, like Miss Mojo and shit like that, their lists are always wrong. Like, if you really like an artist, more than likely their singles are probably not, in your opinion, their best songs, just because they perform well in the charts compared to all the other fucking gold that this artist created. I'm sure everyone can relate in some way. Like, I'm pretty sure any like Led Zeppelin fan doesn't think Rock and Roll necessarily the best Led Zeppelin song, even though that's all that fucking plays on the radio. And I hate those lists. I fucking hate those lists. I don't care how well these songs did on the charts. It's like, well, if that's the only song from an album put on there and the artist is huge, like what, like, well, duh. Like, that doesn't mean that it's the best song on the album, or even like, even if an album has like 2 or 3 really fucking huge hits off it, it doesn't mean it's the artist's best fucking album. It does not make that album that the song came from spectacular in any way. It just makes it mainstream. And I'm not trying to be that bitch, but like, I'm kind of being that bitch. David Bowie's best albums and songs are nothing you will ever find on one of those stupid fucking generic fucking based on the fucking chart list, okay? So as someone who literally consumes David Bowie through my ear holes daily and has for years on end, I'm gonna give you guys a fucking gift. A magical, wonderful gift wrapped in like gold glitter packaging with a giant fucking bow on top, okay? And I'm gonna do you guys a favor of making these lists for you. I'm gonna start with the top 10 albums, and hopefully after that I can do songs for you guys. What I think like the top 25 best Bowie songs are. I would do top 10, but honestly most of the top 10 Bowie songs, in my opinion, as you will see in a future video, all kind of stem from 2 albums. So I kind of want to like go beyond that, because otherwise I'd just be talking about songs from 2 different albums mainly. So what I did is I wrote down a list that was revised quite a few times because I did make some stuff around, push some stuff out, add some stuff in. So I'm gonna start from number 10 and then work my way up to the best, in my opinion. I think Bowie has like 30 or 40 fucking albums, so I don't know. I will put it right here, how many albums he has, because it's a fuck ton. So to pick just 10 is difficult, especially for someone like me. So at number 10, I have Scary Monsters. This album came out in 1980. I feel like it's like a hidden gem, because like first listen through, it may not like be your favorite thing, but listen to it like 2 more times and I guarantee you'll want to touch yourself to it at night.
You don't talk to me, dance with me, don't dance with me, no. Beep, beep.
It's No Game is like the beginning song and end song of the album. There's like a part 1, part 2, and it's like the same song but essentially 2 different versions, and they're both fucking amazing. Mixed in with a bunch of other great songs like Ashes to Ashes, obviously, which was a single off it, which is like honestly one of his better singles.
We know Major Tom
Monsters obviously is a fucking good one. Because You're Young. Just a lot of really like kind of funky but really good songs. Then his 1979 album. I went through such a phase of this album like 2 years ago where I listened to it non-fucking stop. Lodger.
DJ, I am what I play. Can't turn around, no, can't turn around, no. Ooh, I am a DJ, I am what I say. Can't turn around, no, can't turn around. Ooh, I am a DJ, I am.
David Bowie explores a new quality of life as the Lodger on RCA Records.
I think this is part of the Berlin trilogy. I think. Maybe. I don't know. But I feel like it is. This album, it does things to my soul that are just frankly unexplainable.
Love just kissed you hello when you were a boy.
It makes me so fucking happy when I listen to this album. Like, just puts me in a good ass fucking mood. It's like a... I don't even know how to describe this album because it's not like super rock, it's not like pop, it's not like blues. It's just a good fucking album. And and if you haven't listened to it, listen to it. Please. Go thank me later. So station to station, if you would have asked me to make this list like even a year and a half ago, I would have had station to station way higher than I do now, but still in the top 10. Just so many, like, not a lot of songs on this album, but just so many good songs. Ballads. I love Bowie ballads. So if you love a good Bowie ballad, this album will tickle your butthole. Wild as the Wind is one of my favorite songs ever. Spoiler alert, is definitely in my top 10 songs from Bowie ever. Fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure there was like a movie that went with it, but I've honestly never seen it. I'm afraid it might like ruin the album for me.
Drink, raise a glass, oh. It's not the side effects of the cocaine. I'm thinking that it must be love.
But this album came out in 1976. Just another album, if you haven't listened to it and you like get hard to David Bowie's voice, this album's for you.
When somebody wants something you want to.
So at number 7, the very, very, very popular Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, 1972 album, and really like Bowie's like breakthrough moment.
I came on so loaded, man. A well-hung Snow White tie. Somewhere where the spiders, while the flies tried to break our bones.
Now at first I almost didn't include this on there just because it is so like known and popular, and it is one that I'm pretty sure is on like most like the top 10 list, so I guess this is the lucky one they got right. But to be honest, this one almost didn't make it on mine. It very last second did. Rock and Roll Suicide. What made me fall in love with that album.
matter when or where you see, all the knives seem to lacerate your brain. I've had my share, now I'll help you with the pain. You're not alone.
It really is such a vibe, and honestly David Bowie's wardrobe in this time period is like perfection. So that was number 7. So let's move on to number 6, which is a much later album from Bowie, 2003, Reality.
He would walk down the street, dusty mountains just to stare. Battle with assholes, he's never called an asshole.
My favorite song on that album right now, because I'm like going through like a major fucking phase of this album, She'll Drive the Big Car.
Faster now, 'cause I'm the lonely heart son. She will drive a big car and talk us all insane. Just a little bit louder, just a little bit faster now.
I don't know what it is about that song, but I feel like during the course of that song, David Bowie is personally telling me to get out. His voice in that part just literally sets my soul on fucking fire in the best way possible. But obviously Reality, off of Reality, is a really good song. He actually even covers a George Harrison song. I did not know until like almost a year ago now that this was a George Harrison song, but Try Some Buy Some, he covers that song. But some of his best songs on the album: New Killer Star, Days, Bring Me the Disco King, Never Get Old. Like almost every song on this album is fucking A+. It is fucking amazing, and I know most people, out of probably all albums on my list, it's probably one a lot of people, like the day-to-day person, probably haven't listened to. If you trust my judgment and you want to really dive deep into Bowie, listen to this album. It is so fucking good. I'm like sitting here questioning myself now, like, should I have rated that album higher? Because I do really fucking think it's just fucking top notch, but the rest of the list is like so necessary. Like, I feel like it should have a higher number than it does, but like it can't. Girl, at number 5, this one makes me happy. So number 5 on my list, the album Let's Dance, which came out in 1983. But honestly, I don't even like the song Let's Dance that much, and honestly I hate the video for it even more. I love every single other song off of that album. Shake It and Without You being some of my favorites. Like, Without You is like the best Bowie love song in my opinion, like, ever. It is so fucking sweet, and just like how you really feel when you really fucking love somebody, you know?
There's no smoke without fire. You've exactly who I want to be. Without you, what would I do?
And Shake It's just like, you can literally shake it to shake it. Like, shaking your tits to that song is kind of like a requirement. Like, that makes it sound like it's like a vapid song, but no, it's like a really fucking like good, a vibey kind of song. People only know Let's Dance off that album primarily, and it's like, that's like not the best song from the album by fucking far. Plus the video is fucking weird. Solid number 5. Like, Let's Dance is fucking dope, and again, not like a Bowie album that had a lot of songs, but like songs it had were like all fucking good. So number 4, another Bowie album that most people, if you're like not like a even a Bowie fan, just like on the fan level of like knowing most of his music, a lot of them like just don't count his album because it was like technically in the time before he, like, according to society standards, had his big break. Hi guys, Editing Sam here. I realized while editing this that I actually never said the name of the fucking album I'm talking about. The album is The Man Who Sold the World. It came out in 1970. There, I'm done. Continue watching. but this album is so fucking just rock and roll, like very like it's a harder sounding like rock album from Bowie.
Because I also remember fairly clearly my state of mind when I was actually writing it, which was, I guess, as near to a mystical state that a 19-year-old can get into. And I remember it was at a time when I was sort of studying Buddhism, for my 15 minutes of Buddhism.
No death for the perfect man. Life rolls into one for them. So softly a super god cries.
And if you haven't listened to it, you're fucking missing out. Some of the best songs in the fucking world are on that album. Like, that probably sounds like an exaggeration to someone who doesn't like Bowie. Like, that shit, it never gets old to me. It's so fucking good. It's so raw. It's just like such a off the wall kind of just like raw rock fucking I don't give a fuck kind of Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin vibe type of fucking album, and I fucking love it. Especially if you're homophobic, skip The Width of a Circle, because it is in fact about his butthole being penetrated. Like that song, I don't like the lyrical content, and ever since I discovered what it was about, I have a very, very, very hard, if not impossible, time listening to that song.
On the roads were straight and narrow, and the prayers were small and yellow, and the rumors spread that I was aging fast. Then I ran across a monster who was sleeping by a tree. Well, I looked and frowned because the monster was mean.
This one and number 2 can honestly like interchange really in my mind, but because I am making a list, they had to be placed by number, obviously. Aladdin Sane, and I hate saying it, I've always kind of like hated how good that album is, because like, if you watch my Bowie costume video, people have a tendency to stupidly, ignorantly interchange Ziggy Stardust and Aladdin Sane. Not the same people. It's from what David Bowie said. Like, it was like Ziggy Stardust meets fucking America, where there's like fucking coke and hookers.
Talking about Monroe and walking on Snow White. New York's a go-go and everything tastes nice. Poor little greenie.
But that album is like, you know, the lightning bolt album, but so many good songs on that album. Prettiest Stars on there, which he actually started writing that around the time of his first album in like 1968, and he did not get it out until this album came out in 1973. So like it was like a Beatles-esque type moment where like he spent a lot of time waiting till the time was right and he had the right sound to release that song. Let's Spend the Night Together. Obviously Aladdin Sane's like the one, like maybe the best song on the album. So you have a hard time with that one. And Lady Grinning Soul literally, like, again, makes me want to have sex. Like, I don't know, very badly influential with David Bowie, but like that song is just hot. Like, it just is. You should, like, if you love music, you should love this album front to back. Like, no bad songs, none. And this one might have a lot of people disagree with me, but at number 2 I have Black Star, which obviously his last album that came out shortly before he died in 2016. Oh, that album, it's just such a Bowie way to end a career. Like, how fucking perfect can you make your last album? Like, you had such a magical fucking career that was ever changing, and then you end it with this beautiful fucking perfected fucking masterpiece of an album where you like play up the creepy fact of your own death. Like, that's such a Bowie thing to do. Like, and if you don't think it is, you're uneducated. Go listen to Mr. Gravedigger by David Bowie, which is on, I think it was his self-titled album or The Laughing Gnome. It was on one of those albums, like one of his very, very, very first albums. David Bowie's always been a creepy fuck, so for him to end his career this way is just so perfect. every song on it is amazing. I Can't Give Everything Away, Black Star, Lazarus, Sue. It's a very short album, and I'm pretty sure Sue's like in reference to, I think it's a song off of Scary Monsters. I think it's like a follow-up from 1980, which again, such a David Bowie thing to do. Just amazing. This album's so fucking amazing. It's so creepy, it's so weird. I still can't watch the music videos to it because he is like dead in them, and I can't deal with that. I can't visualize David Bowie dying because that would like break my soul. But I love that he plays it up because it's just him. It's him. It's so authentically him. And to add a jazz band into it, he's just perfection.
Look up here, man, I'm in danger. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm so high it makes my brain whirl.
My absolute favorite album, and like an album that carries most of my, like, in my opinion, best Bowie songs, like definitely in the top 10. Like, here's a few of them. Like the top 2 best Bowie songs that ever come from this album, in my opinion, in my very highly like Bowie educated opinion. Diamond Dogs, which came out in 1974. So like, just imagine being as amazing as David Bowie. Like 1970 you have The Man Who Sold the World, 1972 you have Ziggy Stardust, 1973 you have Aladdin Sane, and then 1974 you have Diamond Dogs. Like, what a fucking career, man. What a fucking career. Anyways, Diamond Dogs is alright. That's an alright song. I think that was a single from it. I think Rebel Rebel's on this album, which that was actually the first Bowie song I ever heard, like a long fucking time ago. That was like the first one that like intrigued my soul. Which obviously, like, radio song, it's alright. It's not bad. It's not like Bowie's worst song, but it's definitely not the best. I'd say definitely is not on his like top 100. Rock and Roll With Me. That song, yeah, best Bowie song in my opinion. Another spoiler. So beautiful. His voice just is beautiful. Big Brother's on that album. That's a good fucking song. 1984. Fucking love that song.
They'll split your pretty cranium and fill it full of air and tell you that you're 80, but brother, you won't care. You'll be shooting up as usual, like tomorrow wasn't there. Beware the salvation of 1984.
Just so good. Such a good fucking song. I can't. It's just, if there's one Bowie album I beg you all to listen to front to back and really give it a shot, let it change your life, is this one. Diamond Dogs. Spectacular. Bowie's best work, but honestly, like, lowest point, like, for him, like, personally, I still can't watch a lot of footage from that time period of his career because he was so unhealthy and so scary looking and so like on the brink of fucking death from how much coke he was doing, and like obviously like lack of fucking food or any nutrients whatsoever. He's basically a skeleton with skin and bright orange hair in that time period, and like the show layout is so extensive. The tour for it was fucking nuts, and it looks like a cool concept, but I just personally can't watch it. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Rolled up scandals in other boys. I'm having so much fun with the poisonous people, spreading rumors and lies on stories they made up. Some make to sing and some make to scream.
It's the best Bowie album, again, in my opinion. Just from front to back, like, all songs are fucking dope as fuck. I feel like anybody, like any day-to-day person, could listen to that album and at least like 2 or 3 songs a lot. Like a lot. But again, I'm probably just biased because like I'm a Bowie fanatic, but this has been my list. If you're a fan of Bowie, let me know how much you agree or disagree with some of the things on my list. Let me know if there's any group, band, artist that you want me to do this with next. Let me know your opinions on all of these. If you like any of these Bowie songs, if you hate Bowie, honestly, just unsubscribe. Like, anyone who doesn't like Bowie, like, actually, like, says, I do not like Bowie, I don't like you. Like, honestly, you have no class. You're not cultured. I'm gonna try to see what I can do as far as, like, a top, like, 25-ish songs I can do. Like, again, I have to look at the copyright shit, because I swear to God, if I get one on this video, I'm probably just gonna say fuck it and just, like, break every copyright fucking law and rule ever made in my next one and just put all the songs in like I want to. Never do I claim that any of this shit is mine. Obviously, it's about David Bowie and it's David Bowie. Like, what? Like, I just don't get the copyright rules, but I will try to follow them so I can do my song video. Let me know your thoughts below. Give this video a like if you did like it. If you didn't like it, suck my dick. If you're like really cool, you'll subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe turn on like your post notifications, because it seems like my subscribers are getting less and less notified when I post a fucking video. So that's a thing. Like I said, I think YouTube's punishing me, and I'm not sure I can like promise entirely to follow all the rules and be a good girl about this, but I'll try. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you, and you'll see me next time. Bye guys.